Hey everybody, it's Uncle Scott. Welcome back to the QwerkyReax channel. Good to be back with you. If you didn't know I was back, if you missed last week's video, I am trying to do at least one video a week. I may up that later down the road, but for now, I'm trying to, you know, maintain my excitement to make sure I don't overdo it and get overly stressed about producing videos every single day. For those of you who don't know, I do chapter all my videos, so if you don't want to hear my little spiel here at the beginning, feel free to use that slider down at the bottom, slide right into the music. Today we are going a little bit out of order, so I'm very behind on some REN stuff. I think there's like 6 videos I haven't seen. Did Skinner Brothers, his first Skinner Brothers song, So the Story Goes, last week. But since I did that, last Thursday, REN released Vincent's Tale, The Bedroom. Is it called The Bedroom? Hold on. Let's add it to the stage here and I'll be able to know more. Yeah, The Bedroom. Okay. So he did this, released this last week. This is the continuation of the Vincent's Tale that we heard last year, the first one we heard last year, which was a crazy video. I did that reaction too. I'll try to link it at the end of this one if you want to see it. But that one was really cool, and it gave the perspective of the person who shot the policeman who shot Jenny and Screech. We think that's where it was going, basically. Or not who shot Jenny and Screech, who shot Screech during the Jenny and Screech Tales. Spoiler alert. I know you're supposed to say that beforehand, but I didn't. But at this point, if you're watching this, you probably watched that. If you didn't see my reaction to it, be sure to check it out. But also, I brought on a lot of strangers to the channel to watch that, and friends to watch the Tale of Jenny and Screech because it was so powerful. So check those out. I have like a whole bunch of them in my guest playlists on the channel, so feel free to watch those too. Thank you guys for all the loving and positive comments in the last video welcoming me back. So many of you were like, we missed you. That is like the sweetest thing ever. It really is. I don't even know how to respond to that, so thank you very, very much for saying those types of things. As I said in that video, I missed you guys too. I really, really enjoy doing the reaction channel. So I'm going to try to keep it up because it makes me happy. And a lot of people were like, oh, you don't need to worry about, the Skinner Brothers either, because they'll have, they'll never strike you. Because we were talking about copyright strikes. To be clear, like that, and this is like part of the tenuous part. If you don't upload to YouTube often, I'll just do a quick explainer. Like the algorithm gets you. So that Skinner Brothers and REN video that I did last week, that got copyright struck, but it gives you time to dispute the strike. It's when you lose the dispute and then lose the appeal that they put a strike on your channel, and that's real bad. But so, and I used to be like, oh, I'll just dispute this and it'll go away and everything's fine. But then when I had to stop the channel, I was disputing things and they weren't even allowing me to appeal. They were just shutting it down because of UMG. So that's Universal Music Group. For those who don't know, they're the ones who are kind of cracking down. They're the ones that REN wanted to speak to like the head of YouTube about. But anyway, so when that happens, it like now it gives me agita, like and that video last week got like a copyright claim. And so I had to dispute it. Now, thankfully, that dispute was resolved in a day. Like, so, and once it's resolved, usually. Some people have come back and struck me later, and then I disputed, and then they were like, no, this was a whole thing. Anyway, not that you really want to know the insides of YouTube. I just felt like I owed more of an explanation for why I went away as like hard. Like I did a cold turkey stop because I didn't want to lose everything I had done. I posted every single day for over a year, and that meant a lot to me because it was like a project that took real investment while I was going through some pretty rough times. So to have that all just get lost, I was going to mourn that the way you mourn like the loss of a friend. So I didn't want that to happen. So I kind of was like, okay, I'll stop. And now I feel like it's cooled down enough. And as long as I stay in my lane of not going into people that UMG has like a holdover, or people that aren't as aware of their YouTube channels, like REN is, like Chinchilla is, and some other independent artists, I should be okay. And there's a lot of great music to hear through independent artists. I was actually thinking about, and let me know in the comments. And then again, I will start the song. And also remember, like I said, I chapter my videos. So if you didn't want to hear this and you're hearing it, it's your fault. I actually, so I'm a video gamer. You can probably tell. There's my PS5 back there. And I started playing this game, Helldivers, a little bit ago, like I guess a year ago. Got really into that. And then there's this new game, Arc Raiders, which I'm sure if you game at all, you've heard of. People are obsessed with it. It's actually pretty good, really good. And I play with my same buddies, my same two buddies all the time. But there was a guy I met in Helldivers, just playing with, you play online like you do, you meet people. And we became friends through the PlayStation Network. And then he was the one who told me, like, hey, if your friends are telling you about Arc Raiders, you got to come to this game. It's pretty cool. I was like, bet. So we start talking. He just got married, all this other stuff while we're playing the game. Come to find out, he's an independent musician and has music and stuff like that. So I was thinking that we should have him on the channel. Hear his music. I never hear stuff in advance because that would be kind of cheating. And I want to give a fresh reaction to it. But I thought it would be cool to have him on and hear his stuff. I have no idea. I think he's part of a band. I literally have no idea. I just know he's based out in California. His wife is an absolute sweetheart because she plays on the game sometimes too. So I've talked to her. It just seems like a really good dude. So I thought I'd bring him to all of you. So let me know in the comments if you're excited for that. If not, I'll be honest, I'm probably going to do it anyway if he's down. But I thought I'd ask you guys too. Like, should I really push for that or should I do it at my own pace? Anyway, always like to hear your feedback. Again, thank you so much for the kind words last week. Let's get to some REN. I'll shut up. Just hit play, Scott. Remember that? Okay. Or as Tim would say, and we're back. Okay. This is Vincent's Tale, The Bedroom. No idea what to expect. Happy to get a part 2. I say we do it. Here we go. Bedroom looks like a prison cell, doesn't it? Oh, come on. Love all the Van Gogh in the back. Real quick. You can't see it right there. I'll back it up a sec. So, can you see the Van Gogh paintings in the back up behind over his right shoulder? On the right-hand side, that's Vincent. That's a self-portrait of Vincent van Gogh, just so you know. And then on the left-hand side is one of the Sunflower series. I wanted to say Wallflower because it's on the wall. That's a different musician group altogether. But they have one headlight, so who knows. The on the wall right there, that is one of the Sunflower series, which I've actually seen the real one in person, or one of the real ones in person at a museum, and they are as breathtaking as you think. Pictures don't do them justice, but I think that's really cool that he did that as part of, he had other Vincent van Gogh symbolism in the first one, including the actor who looked very much like the self-portrait version of Vincent van Gogh, which you would think is the most accurate rendition of him since he was a very talented artist. But I think that's really cool that he has that, subtle hints in the background. Also, REN is always fire on the guitar. It doesn't matter, electric, acoustic, he's just fire. And every time I hear him play guitar like this, you know what it makes me want to do? It makes me want to go listen to Murderer Acoustic again. If you don't remember that song, go back and listen to it. On my channel or not, I did a reaction to that too. I've shown it to other people. Murder Acoustic is fire. Imagine him just jamming and coming up with this at some point. It's so hard.
Anger. Have you ever felt anger with nowhere to place it? Vincent felt cold, neglected and jaded, impotent, empathy castrated. Look for the new thing, always look for the new thing, but never look inside, never look within, without, above, below, same thing. Wait, it gets deeper than that. The insane thing is sane men living in insane terrain, contort insane brains that are kind of deranged, strange, without the factor of cause and effect. Factually, the man's a casualty of constant neglect. Let's start at the start. Vincent was born in the dark, home birth to a mother, painted scars on her arm. Track march from the dragon, China white in the palm. Shooting up the birth canal, Vinny fell out like yarn. Tumbled out, himself unraveling, and that was the theme. Exceptionally average grade, sprayed with low self-esteem. From the fire to the frying pan, painting it green. When it's the cash that rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, funny Vin. He weren't ever good at hustling, shitty jobs that he was dead and stocking. Started a combustion, nothing. Pulled him out of debt, the debt collector's rushing to be stripping him of everything. Eventually, there's nothing. The cycle is a cycle for a psychopath on ice. The day repeats, the days are weeks, the weeks are most your life. When the day's done, it's the same one. It's a repeat, it's a rerun. A deja vu religion, a foreboding of a prison, whole Britain.
Hold on. Another thing I really love about Ren is his ability to say the same thing like 800 different ways. It's so powerful, and the genius of it is he's trying to get his message across, but I feel like he also knows that he goes so fast sometimes you miss it. And which is let's look at the start of the lyrics here when he's talking about excuse me, he's talking about, you know, someone who's, you know, become harsh, starts out cruel, and the one thing he says that stuck, I don't remember those original lyrics, but I remember the sentiment because he said empathy castrated. First of all, how visual is that? And so perfect, like that is such a perfect way to describe someone who started out as like a caring individual who had empathy for people, but then it was taken from them, castrated. That his use of words like this is what makes him so incredible. I don't understand people who watch him and aren't like, this man's a genius. I really don't, because that I don't know anyone else who does it like this. It's really crazy good.
Great Britain, how Britannia ruled the waves. We started out with intentions and we ended up like slaves. Drink to kill the tension, but the drinks cost your wage. What helps you is what kills you when you're living too deep.
Ooh, what's under the pillow? Alky? Little sip. Well, a little extra sip. Empty it. Okay. I don't know why I'm narrating his acting. Yeah, cheers to you too, brother.
And so it goes. Vinny starts to drink to let go. Soon he's drinking, cause when he don't drink, every day is a day on death row. So he drinks so he don't have to think. Mercy.
Oh, you know that light flicker was intentional.
When the spirit that's inside of him sinks in his teeth And the months turn over, May to October. More days pissed than the days he spent sober. Skin looks older, demeanor gets colder. Sledgehammer swing to that chip on your shoulder. A cold prison deep in alcoholism. 40% proof, no juice. Inhibition get loose by decision and taboos. When we're living for
That
the
was
booze.
awesome.
Who's who, he lose himself to. 1, 2, many 1, 2, 3 shots down. Drown those sorrows up in London town. If we in for a penny, we in for a pound. Fate comes full circle. Now it's Vinny boys round.
That was just the preamble. That was just the preamble. What? What? Come on, bro. This guy. The genius. There are so many people in my choir that I'm going to take just that little excerpt of him doing that verse where the last note of each like stanza, he went went higher with it. That is throat control right there. Like you don't even know. And we're singing some stuff right now that does that, especially in the tenor part. It's driving me crazy where you have to sing. You're singing very quickly at this one rate, and then you have to quickly jump up and then jump back down. And unfortunately for us, better for Ren, is that those notes are actually in what we're singing are minor notes. So it doesn't naturally go with the melody. It resolves itself so that it seems like it works. But when you first hit the note, it sounds off. And that makes it incredibly hard to find with your ear until it's like ingrained in your brain. And we're just learning it now. So it's been very difficult to try to like find it and sing it. You got to sing it confidently. You can't find it. The beat is so fast that if you're trying to find it, you'll be 2 notes behind. So it takes a lot of training and getting used to the music, but it's such a cool effect. And you just saw him do it, just not in the minor chord. It's really dope. I love it. I still can't believe that was a preamble. And to end on, I should have known he was going to end on the Bedroom Shot by Van Gogh. Like I should have known from the title that that's what he was going to do. I'm like the first one, Vincent's Tale, and he's showing the guy who's the self-portrait of Vincent, looks like the self-portrait of Vincent Van Gogh. And now you've got this. I need to do better at thinking about this stuff ahead of time. Also, the fact that he does this is like everything's an Easter egg, man. I think renegades are really smart people. And I don't say that because I know the majority of you watching this are renegades. And I don't say that to blow myself up. I'm just saying like you get more out of the music if you have to think about it, if you have to find the little things that he put in there, because that's what gives you the joy. Like, oh, I saw his message. I got it. I'm with it. Like it adds so much to it that I think that's why like diehard renegades are just, their brains are built different because we're paying attention to all of that stuff. I guess this is what like Swifties have when they talk about how much they love Taylor Swift and all her hidden messages. I just think his are not as like on the nose, but I'm not like, haven't watched a whole bunch of Taylor Swift videos. I think I saw that Shake It Off video and that's it. So I don't know about all the meaning wrapped up in her stuff, but I'm just saying this is great. All right, I'll shut up. Let's get to it. Oh, now this is Richard's Tale.
Siren starts singing as the screws murder silence. Stand on my Miranda, my right to remain violent. One man's resistance is another man's tyrant. When tyrants make the laws, they go to war with non-compliance. Locked up, Vinny been locked up since his mother knocked up. Kitty grew up fast, pulled his socks up. Chop, chop, keep that credit top, top. Time is money, tick tock. Quantify the price upon your soul and then it's chop shop. Not particularly special, Vinny spent his life a vessel for the musings of the devil. Repetition cause some issues. Turned a hide into a jackal, building pressure in the
Nice.
kettle, bubble up to boiling level. Ooh man, he's a mad lad, falling on the warpath. Vinny split the atom like a Nagasaki bloodbath. Skies are raining black ash, copper car lights flash. Red and blue kaleidoscope, some folks don't like that. Never mind, just a victim of society. The one that serves you alcohol and sells you your sobriety. The one that sells you sex as it pedestals virginity. The one where we elect these lying pests with God ability. 1 to the 2
good.
to the 3 to the 1. Our boy spun his own web-fed tarantulas come like 9 to the 9 to the 9 through his Christ timelines. Intersect Richard's fate was designed.
My street.
Paint the picture, set the scene. It's 2019. Richard and a boy named Screech. The hands of fate, they touch and reach. Siblings buried, blood it bleeds. Ashton Rich.
This is so good. Like, I'm not even talking or reacting. Oh, I'm sweating though. Jesus. Got the heat up in the house, huh? This is so good. Like, the reverse, just him doing like a newscast with himself behind it. Like, see the framing and how he's standing in front of it. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, this is simple green screen work, guys, if you're wondering. And these days with technology, you don't even need the thing behind you to be green. It just needs to be a solid color that doesn't bleed with your clothes. So it couldn't be white. It couldn't be black because that's an opposite of white, and then it wouldn't register that either. But it could be pretty much any solid color. He could be standing in front of a wall, like a red painted wall or a light blue painted wall, and it'll crop him out to do this. I'm sure he did it in a studio though. But this newscast thing, to put the effect on it on the background, and how did that resolve itself? Like 219 behind it. Yeah, see, I think it started full. Yeah, it did. It started full and then they put the frame on it. That's really cool because it's a subtle effect. So you don't realize it's becoming a newscast until it is one. And so I'm sure they did some keyframing, which means they made the thing happen bit by bit so that you wouldn't notice. Because I didn't notice until after he landed on the newscast. But this is such a cool thing to like have it be like because that's what we're doing. We're revisiting the story that we already know. So he's updating us on it. That's just this. I'm geeking out. I'm sorry. I am geeking out. Yeah, they wait till we get there too.
It's 2019. Richard and a boy named Screech. Hands of fate, they touch and read. Siblings buried, blood it bleeds. Ashton Richard's memories. Force a model, troubled sleep. Takes a time of absently. Hitting the bottle to soften the blow in the walls of yourself, and there's nowhere to go. When his friends on the force, they don't call, they don't struggle to therapy. Raggedy seem to plateau when his popo went loco. And woe so low that his mojo no mono rebound no yo-yo. And so the time it moves slow-mo. You see the case was never closed because the motive was confusing. Orphan killed his sister, but his sister was removed when the mother died in childbirth, but dying womb life brings. The cycle of samsara always was quite amusing. Brother killed his sister, but the record seemed to show the brother never met his sister, didn't even know. So the tragedy was a catastrophe, a fate fucked up. Rich just losing sleep while his whole family's talked up. The 5 stages of grief is a common psychological model, often used to provide reassurance to all those stricken by loss. For loss comes with a cost like frostbite, shockingly cold, paving the road to decomposure, decomposing your soul. 1. Denial, pretending for a while, reality retired, but everything is changing. Richie lost the will to smile, how to reconcile when murdering a child. The 2nd stage is anger, feel it for
7 Sins, anybody? It's giving 7 Sins, which is top tier Ren. Top tier Ren. Because my favorite thing about 7 Sins is exactly the type of stuff I was saying before. How he says the same thing like 800 different ways. And you're like, yes. And but everyone has a little bit of a tweak, a little bit of a difference to have you go, oh my God, that's so true. Oh my God, that's exactly what that is. Right? I'm telling you that I can't believe he's doing this again. 5 stages of grief. This hits hard. This whole Richard's Tale hits hard. That's crazy. But now I'm lost on who Vincent is. I definitely missed something. Because, like, was Vincent the guy who was drinking at the bar the last time? Or is Vincent the cop? But he's talking. This is Richard's tale. This Richard is the guy in the cop who killed Screech in the psychiatric office right now. But who's Vincent? It was that guy that looked like Vincent Van Gogh in the last video, right? But I don't understand the connection. Am I not gonna? Is this gonna be like another Tale of Jenny and Screech, where you don't get the connection until the end of the series, the end of the trilogy? Because we didn't know how they were related to each other until the end of Violet's tale. Bro, this is so good.
How to reconcile when murdering a child. The second stage is anger, feel it bubbling the bile. Anger, damn the man that served the hand that wrote the plan. If God is will that's good and grand, then damn we are. We all are damn forsaken by creation. Revelations, Richard cannot stand. The third stage is bargaining, begging God for second chance. Lord, I know it is a reach, but I'm begging on my knees. Resurrect the boy James, resurrect the boy Screech. I'll devote my life to thee, I will live a life of peace. Stage 4 is depression, that's a lesson taught in grief. Depression, demonic like possession, that feeds upon this spark for life. No water is refreshing, no sunlight brings him warmth, no sleep will ever bring resting. His guilt and doubt are oh so loud, the silence sounds so deafening. Depression, depression, the numbing of expression, the negative obsession, ruminating in oppression. Stressing is a lesson when your mind begins reflecting. That's stage art. Number 5. 5 is acceptance.
That was art. That whole sequence was art, and we've seen this art before.
Souls get shaken up, the road's never quite ideal, but slow rise, dust it off. And let me tell you something, Richie, man, I'm proud, cause you pulled a stitch from the seam, the wound was open weeping. Felt like a regression, but that flesh was set for healing. You wrestled imperfections, misdirections, what with demons. Most demons are a fallen angel, truth has double meanings. Perspective disconnects the trauma, trauma turns to lessons. The biggest curse you'll ever face could be your greatest blessing. Remember, in the darkest times, no need for second guessing. No path is ever linear, a stumble leads to stepping. You're a soldier, a scholar of life's sorrow, and day follows day. There will always be tomorrow when it gets colder. Whatever, it's only weather. Rain feeds the crops, let them grow, think clever. I'm so fucking proud of you, Richie, my boy. I know you're itchy, my boy, to get to work and deploy. Serve and protect my Don, in for the right reason. I know you think you've done wrong, but look at who you become. It's your first day at work, big man. Hold that head up high, my friend. Come on. We're all proud of you, Richie. I hope you get out there and smash it. I mean, what could go wrong?
So we saw it before in Vincent's tale. So him arresting Vincent, which is what you just saw in the flashback there at the end, that was his first day back on the job after being on leave for killing Screech and having some alcoholism, almost like it was really hurting his relationship. So he went to go see a therapist. I'm adding a little bit of subtext in there on my own because I'm a screenwriter. And then him getting ready for his day, I originally thought, maybe this is just me, I originally thought when we saw him getting ready for his day, we were seeing Richard getting ready for the day that he killed Screech. But that's not what happened. He was getting ready for his first day after killing Screech. So time has gone by. He was on leave, like disability, like mental health disability, which your boy knows a whole lot about. So this is his first day back and he encounters Vincent. Like, we have to know the ending now. Like, first of all, that was art. I said it during the thing, that was art. That everything about that was art. The different stages, the different pickups, the different beat changes, like this, all of it. And the melody of that last part was exceptional, but all the music is great. And then he does this ending thing where you don't know what's coming next, but now we're connecting the dots. So now the next tale we're going to get, I don't know whose it's going to be, but the next tale we're going to get is going to be, I'm guessing, the resolution of what happens between him and Vincent, between Richard and Vincent. Like, is Richard different now? Because does he react different now? He has to, right? Because of what happened with Screech. This is craft. This is storytelling craft. I'm amazed. I don't know how this man keeps amazing me, but he does. I really don't. It's incredible. I don't have anything else to say about it except I'm going to go watch it again. You should too. As you know, I will link it down at the bottom. Definitely go watch it if you haven't yet. Go watch it if you have. That was incredible. I know we just watched it together, but go watch it entirely or rewatch me, whatever floats your boat. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you all for coming back too. I really appreciate it. And there's some new people here too. Got a few new subscribers. So welcome to the party. Welcome to the party, pal. Little Die Hard for you. This was awesome. I'm going to go watch it again. Remember, guys, don't wait for life to be easy to be happy.